What's up? It is Friday, it's about 6:45. We're getting out a little bit later than usual. Won't get into it too much, but you know, we are kind of starting to look for a house. We want to have a house not long after we get back from the RV because we're thinking about having kids pretty soon. So doing that house buying process, and if any of you have ever gone through that, you know, it is hell to go through. I mean, there's no other way to say it but that. So now to bring our spirits up, we are going to Swig again.
After Swig, we're going to go stop by Studio McGee. It's just a building. It's just like an office space. I don't think you can even go in it, but we love Shay, and we want to just go see where they're based out of. And then
might get lucky and see them, and then they want to go out to eat with us, and then we become best friends.
Yeah, that might happen. After that, I think we might go to this place here that's a lot like the Opryland Hotel. For dinner, we're going to go to this place called Hallpass. It's like a food hall, so if you're familiar with the Charlotte area, Optimus Hall. And we also went to the one in Nashville too. So we really like those kinds of things because it's just cool. You can get whatever you want to. You don't have to get the same thing as your person you're with or whatever. So we'll go do that, and then after that we will probably go find a brewery or a beer since it is St. Patrick's Day to celebrate that a little bit. So
I think we decided we are going to stay here another week. We don't really know what we're going to do tomorrow. Maybe go hiking. We thought about going today, but you know, we had some stuff going on, so we couldn't.
I don't know if any of you guys are used to, any of you ladies are used to having your significant other drive all the time. I used to be a good driver. I used to be a very good driver. I was very observant and I was very cautious of what was coming. I can't drive to save my life now. I just tried to go to the gas station and I missed like 3 different turns. I was cutting in front of people. I was getting honked at. It was a disaster and it stressed me out and it gave me anxiety, and I like hate that I don't know how to drive anymore. And it could be because, I mean, I feel like I would be fine in our hometown. It could be because we're in big cities, but I still could. I used to be able to drive in big cities and now I can't. All right, well, we just missed our exit, so we're gonna go to a different Swig location. Then we're gonna go to Studio McGee, and then we'll see where we go from there. So we'll see you when we see you.
Half a mile.
Hayden's lung capacity is 1,000 times better than mine, so we may have had to brake a little bit.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, you can see in the background, you saw in the other clips, it is, I mean, you can see all the mountain ranges in Salt Lake, the entire city. You can see the airport. You can see Great Salt Lake. You can see the whole thing. So
yeah,
it's definitely worth it to come. But we're going to head back now because we've seen it all.
Currently headed to Idaho. That was never in the plans, and we were originally supposed to go to Wyoming next. We were going to Jackson, and I'm sure we've talked about it, but it turns out that a lot of those KOAs in Wyoming and Montana are not open, and even Idaho, because they get so much snow that it's not even possible to be open. So we were at a brewery yesterday. We did some, Hayden did some intense researching, and
doing it for like 30 minutes, just looking at our phones,
trying to figure out like how far things were from things. The biggest things we wanted to see while we were in Wyoming were the Grand Tetons and Yellowstone. So Hayden was just looking for stuff that was around and that was open and that wasn't going to be a 7-hour drive from Utah. And we found one in Lava Hot Springs, and it's actually the west KOA that we're staying at, because there's an east and there's a west. The east was booked up and the west still had spots, so that's where we're headed.
Yeah, we'll be there for a week, and we'll pick, it's about 2.5 hours from Yellowstone and Teton, so one day in the week I'll take off work and we'll use a whole day to go to one. And then on Saturday, we'll use the whole day to go to the other, and that'll get us to both of those. And then the next trip was supposed to be, there's a couple places we were going to stop, and then we were going to stay basically at the base of Glacier National Park. There's a KOA there, but again, all those are closed. And I finally found one in Missoula, Montana, that is, I think it's like 2 hours or so from Glacier. So we'll stay there for a week and probably just use that to just go to Glacier National Park. There's another lake that we saw that people were going to that we might try out too. It's a hot springs, but that will get us back on schedule, and we'll be able to stay there for those 2 weeks. And then at that point, we're starting to come back east, and we still don't know where we're going to stay because a lot of those are closed. So I'm hoping that I can find like some KOA journeys. We stay there for 1 or 2 nights, then go somewhere else. Once we get to early April, like April 15th and on, they start opening up, and that's starting to be the old season for those KOAs in that area. So we're really just trying to make sure we don't waste too much time until then, but make sure that we still see some stuff until then. So hopefully, we've got these, like I said, we've got these next 2 weeks booked out, but after that, we're gonna have to do some more hard research to try to find somewhere else to stay. But once we get past that, then we should be good to go.
We also was for today in Utah. And we kept saying it, and I'm sure we even said it in some videos, like, we're probably going to stay, but then we kind of thought about it, and we actually ended up hiking up to one of the highest points in Utah, or in Salt Lake yesterday. And once we saw that, there was kind of this like feeling of, sure, there's things we could do, but is it stuff that we're absolutely dying to see, and is it worth staying here another week and pushing our entire trip back? So I think we both decided that we were satisfied with what we saw, and we were ready to continue forward. So
yeah, we got to see a lot. We got to hike 2 or 3 places. We got to see the national forest, the antelope.
Yeah, it was
national
really
park. I mean, we got to see some city stuff. We got to go some birds. So we got to see a lot, and we want to stick to our schedule as close as we can without compromising stuff, because we want to get back for the summers at the lake, but we also are trying to buy a house, and we're also thinking about having kids. We set that schedule pretty aggressive, but at the same time, we don't want it to go much past how we set it. So we kind of adjusted it now to where instead of it going on weekdays and moving, it's on the weekends, but we still give ourselves enough time to be in places.
So anyways, we are en route to Lava Hot Springs, Idaho. We just stopped at Costco and got some food.
I forgot that one, their pizza is really good and their hot dogs are good. But it's cheap.
It's so cheap. It was $9.
It was $9, and we got 3 slices of pizza, which are big slices, and a hot dog. And accidentally, I got 3 drinks, but it wasn't even $10 for all of them.
It was so cheap, and that was our lunch, because we were gonna, we usually stop at a Love's, get gas, and stock up on snacks, and we hadn't had breakfast yet because we woke up and needed to pack up to go. So we stopped at PetSmart to get food for the dogs, because we wanted to make sure we stocked up on that. And then we were right across the street from Costco, and at first there was like a Chipotle in front of us and a Five Guys, so we were just kind of looking around. But then I was like, why don't we just get food from Costco? We have a membership, and it's right there, and we can just walk to it. So that's what we did.
We got a shorter drive than what we're used to. It's only about 2.5 hours from our spot. We already drove 30 minutes to get to that Costco and PetSmart, so we only have about 2 hours left.
Beautiful.
So it's gonna be great. We're gonna actually, for the first time in probably a month, we're gonna check in to our campsite during hours instead of after hours, which is nice.
He always has to call on the way and make sure they're okay with the late checkout.
And they're all different. I mean, some of them, the one in Texarkana, there was a guy there 24/7. Not 24/7, but there was a guy there pretty late that just sat on a golf cart waiting for people to come in, and he took us there, which was nice. But then others, there's a little box that you get stuff out of, and some of them are easy to find, some of them are hidden. When we pulled to the one in Salt Lake City, I found the box, but you basically had to dig through other people's reservations to find it. So it's less than ideal to go in at night sometimes, like how it's been so far. We don't really have any other option but getting in late. But this is gonna feel like a luxury to get in early and have time to do stuff.
Have time to unpack and make dinner and hang out and watch TV and maybe play. We're not gonna know what to do with ourselves. So. All right, well, I guess our next stop is Lava Hot Springs, huh?
Yep.
See y'all there.
They're staying.
So, I did it again. So, God, so annoying.
What's wrong?
What?
What's wrong?
I'm cold.
Oh. Storm's coming in. Ooh. Picture something.